All right, welcome to the Explainer. Today we're doing something a little different. We're actually going to step inside a high-stakes job interview for a senior data governance leader at a major bank. We're going to see what really separates a good candidate from a great one.
And you'll want to pay close attention, because the answers you're about to hear aren't just interview answers. They reveal a complete blueprint for success, and it's all based on the DAMA data management body of knowledge, which is kind of the gold standard. This is the playbook.
Okay, so I'm putting on my interviewer hat. Here we go. Welcome, thanks so much for coming in. Let's just jump right in with the big foundational question. From your perspective, what exactly is data governance?
And boom, right out of the gate, a crisp textbook definition. But listen to those key words: authority, control, and shared decision-making. This tells me they get it. This isn't about tidying up a few files. It's about exercising real power over a critical company asset. That's a very, very strong start.
So I follow up. That's a solid definition, but tell me, why should this bank care? Why should we invest millions in this idea? The candidate doesn't even hesitate. They bring up this massive number, the $3 trillion annual cost of bad data to the US economy. See what they did there? They just framed this whole thing not as a cost, but as a massive risk we need to manage.
And this is where a good candidate becomes a great one. They immediately make it specific to our world, to banking. They say, look, for a bank, it really comes down to two main things: reducing risk, data security, customer privacy, and improving processes, especially when it comes to regulatory compliance and those lovely audits. They're not just quoting a book, they're solving our specific problems.
Okay, at this point, I'm sold on the why. But let's be honest, vision without a plan is just a nice conversation. So I push them. Show me the blueprint. How do you actually build this thing? This is where we separate the talkers from the doers.
And they deliver. They introduce the demo wheel, and they explain it perfectly. Data governance isn't some separate department tucked away in a corner. Think of it as the central hub of a wheel. It's the piece that connects data quality, data security, data architecture, and makes them all work together. This shows me they think systematically.
Then they show their strategic depth. They lay out the different ways you can actually organize the program. They explain that a one-size-fits-all approach is doomed to fail. You could go centralized for tight control or federated to empower the business units. This tells me they understand that you have to fit the solution to the company's culture.
Let's move on to the people, because a framework is just a diagram on a slide without the right team. I need to know who they would put in charge. How do you actually structure the human side of all this?
And the candidate presents this incredibly clear three-tiered structure. You've got the steering committee at the top, the senior execs who control the budget. In the middle, a data governance council with leaders from across the company to manage the big initiatives. And then on the ground, you have the data governance office, the people who drive the work every single day. It's a clear chain of command. I love it.
And then they drill down even further to the most critical team on the ground, the stewards. They clearly define the players. You've got your business stewards, the experts who know the data inside and out, your technical stewards from IT, data owners who have the final say, and coordinating stewards who act as the glue between teams. Suddenly, everyone knows exactly what their job is. Responsibility is crystal clear.
So the most crucial point they make here is that this whole thing, this entire structure, is built on one single idea: partnership. It's not IT's job, it's not the business's job, it is a shared responsibility. It's a genuine collaboration.
Okay, the frameworks and rules sound great on paper, but now I need to stress test the system. I give them a real-world scenario that happens in every big company. Conflict. Two departments disagree about a critical piece of data. How does their pretty model actually handle that?
And they don't even miss a beat. They walk me right through a 5-step process for managing issues. It's logical, it's clear, it's repeatable. You log the issue, you analyze it, you try to resolve it, you escalate if you have to, and then you communicate the decision. This isn't just theory, this is operational excellence.
And here's the kicker: the proof that their system actually works. They show me this chart and explain a healthy governance program resolves about 85% of its issues right where they start, with the data stewards. You know what that tells me? The system is efficient. It pushes decision-making down to the experts and frees up the executives to focus on actual strategy.
So, they've nailed the strategy, the people, and the process. For my last question, I want to see if they have the vision. What are the guiding principles that make a program like this stick around and become part of the company's DNA? And the candidate summarizes it with these 4 pillars. A successful program is sustainable, meaning it's an ongoing process, not a one-and-done project.
It's embedded right into how you build software. It's measured, so you can actually prove its financial value. And most importantly, it's business-driven, not just another IT initiative. This is pure leadership vision right here.
So what's the big takeaway from all this? It's pretty clear. The best candidate doesn't just answer your questions. They present a complete, cohesive, and actionable vision for how your organization can finally start treating its data like the strategic asset it truly is.
So when you're hiring for this kind of role, remember this blueprint. You're not just looking for someone to manage a database. You are looking for the right author to write your company's future story.